So the Pokemon market right now is kind of nuts, so I wanted to do something positive to celebrate getting 2,000 subscribers on the channel. A lot of people have asked me to do this, so I'm going to be showing off my favorite cards from my $75,000 Pokemon card collection. Now I feel like we have a good mix of modern and vintage here. We also have a mix of Japanese and English cards from most of the different eras out there. So I'm excited to share this with you. Now, these may not be the most valuable cards in my collection, but these are my favorites. And obviously, we're going to start off with Charizards here. I love Charizard because I'm an original Pokemon fan. You know, I was a 90s kid, grew up collecting these cards, trading them on the playground, going around my childhood trailer park and actually trading with other people in the park. So most of these cards I've picked up as an adult collector, and like this PSA 9 Charizard here, I really wanted one of these as a kid, so it's kind of like fulfilling my childhood dreams here. And of course you have the first edition Dark Charizard. I love this card. It's probably one of my favorite vintage cards out of all of them. I have a couple copies. I'm not sure if you saw my video where I cracked, I think it was a BGS 9 Dark Charizard Holo and regraded it. It got a 7. That's my luck. And like I said, with the Japanese cards, now some of these cards actually look like they have some kind of glue or something on the slab, and I guess it's from a label when it came from Fanatics. And you have the Japanese Dark Charizard here. One of the things I love about Japanese cards, if you really pay attention and kind of put them side by side with English cards, the card quality is much, much better, like better card stock, better ink, more vibrant colors, and they just look nicer. It's so sad that they're not worth quite as much as English, though. Now, I have a core memory as a kid that if you had a Japanese card in the trailer park or on the playground or something, you were the cool kid, quintessential cool kid. Here's another favorite, the Blaine's Charizard. Interesting fact about this, if you look closely, there's an error on this card, and the corrected version of it is actually much more rare than the error version. So here's another PSA 9 Charizard. I think I've got one more of these. The base set 1 Charizard was an absolute grail card for me as a kid. Now here's another favorite of mine. This is the illustration rare Magikarp from Triple Beat, and the art is just gorgeous on this card. Another reason, don't sleep on Japanese cards, they're awesome. Here's another favorite of mine, Giratina V-Star Gold. Don't like this one quite as much as the Giratina alt art from Lost Origin, but still a really cool card. And one of my favorite Neo cards for artwork, this Houndoom. Looks really cool. I think I actually have one of these raw in first edition too. Now, most of my original cards that I don't have graded from my childhood, I actually got from trading as a kid. Growing up, I didn't have a lot of money. My parents didn't have a lot of money, but I was very good at finding cards that some of my friends who had bigger collections needed. And a lot of kids would trade, you know, 2 or 3 holos for a card they really wanted. So maybe I'll do another video where I show my original Pokemon collection. This is another favorite of mine. I think this was the first edition PSA 10 card I got, Rocket's Mewtwo. You probably guessed by now I'm a huge Team Rocket fan. Here's another Rockets card I love. And actually the very first secret rare card ever printed, Dark Raichu. I'd love to have one of these in a 10. Wizards of the Coast was also famous for misprints. If you paid attention there, you would have seen the small misprint on that last card where it says put Raichu on the basic Pokemon instead of put Dark Raichu on the basic Pokemon. I definitely want one of these in English too, but they're really expensive. Now I do have its cousin here, the Ho-Oh, in a first edition 9.5. Now this slab, when it came in, actually has a huge crack in it. So I'm wondering if I could send this to BGS to get it reholdered. We'll see. And again, kind of continuing the theme here, you have a Entei, I almost said Raikou. And again, the colors just pop on this card so much more than the English one. I don't have the English one in this video, but colors on English cards tend to be a bit more muted and washed out. This Raikou is really pretty too. I believe this is the first printing of Raikou. And now for my favorite legendary dog, we have Suicune. Absolutely beautiful card there. That holo really sparkles on that too. And speaking of shiny things, I have a bit of a surprise later in the video. Make sure you stick around so you don't miss it. So moving on here, we have Espeon. We're moving on to my evolutions here. I don't have an English Espeon, but that's just a really cool looking card. And probably one of my favorite artworks from the Sword and Shield era. We have the Glaceon here. It's only a 6. That one kind of disappointed me some. And now on to my favorite Sword and Shield card. Of course, it's the Moonbryon, and I think that's actually the most valuable card in my collection. Now, this is not in my favorites video because it's valuable. I just love the artwork on this card. Next up, we have something really cool from Fusion Strike. We have the Sleepy Espeon VMAX. Really cool artwork. Just chilling on a rooftop there, and looks like a German village or somewhere in France. And for my least favorite Evolution VMAX, Sylveon, yeah. This one's always cool too. Leafeon VMAX pushing the hay bale. Next up is a card I actually traded as a kid and desperately wanted to get back at some point. At least one copy of it. That is a no set symbol Jolteon from the Jungle set. And when I got that card as a kid, I thought it was the Holy Grail because it was an error. And just to take a look at this Umbreon V right here, honestly the texture on these cards, the Japanese cards, is so much better than English. You'll see also here I'm a bit of an Umbreon fan. He was my guy during the gold and silver era. Now another 2 of my favorite cards here. You have the original Moonbryon, the Japanese and the English. I really want one of these in a first edition. And the last card today is the most special card out of all of them. It's a bit of a surprise, but it's the first card I ever got as a kid. A friend in the trailer park gave me this. He's now passed on and passed away. But this started it all for me, and every time I look at this card I think of my friend. We used to play football in his front yard. We also played Mega Man X and Super Mario Kart on his Super Nintendo. So many good memories from the trailer park as a kid. And that's really what Pokemon's all about. The memories, the friends you make, and all the adventures you had along the way. Thanks so much for taking the time to check out my favorite cards in my collection. Oh, and I almost forgot. If you're interested in a 20,000 gem box.gg giveaway, check out the description for this video. I'll put the link there that you used to enter the giveaway. Take care, everybody.